Quentin, great to meet you. The Hateful Eight is so exciting. It's a real thrill. When I was watching it, I was thinking, your movies now are events. And I was thinking, is that your intention as a filmmaker, to become a kind of prestige filmmaker where everyone you do comes with a kind of a reputation, a sense of anticipation?
Well, that's definitely the hope. I mean, growing up, I was such a big fan of Brian De Palma that, maybe not to everybody else, but to me, every movie he did was an event. And I've always hoped that I would have that spot. And I think the only reason that you can have that kind of spot is, look, some people like this movie, some people don't like that movie, but for the most part, there is a quality to the work and a standard to the work that hasn't diminished as time has gone on. This one might not be your cup of tea, that one might be more your cup of tea, but the care and the artistic integrity of them have kept to a certain level. I mean, that's what I hope.
Yeah, there's so many ideas in your movies. I do sit there thinking you could pump out 3 or 4 a year, or you could even do it under a pseudonym for like pump out a kind of a decent superhero movie. So you stick to the genres that you want to do, and you obviously have this great sort of control over your own work. But then you must be people knocking on your door asking you to, could you tweak this script? Could you help me make this one a little cooler?
I don't get that knocking on my door that much anymore because I just don't answer that door, basically. And so it's kind of useless for people to be knocking. One of the things that makes my movie special, I mean, there's a lot of different things you can say, but I actually think one of the things that generally makes them special, that is unique to me, is my dialogue. All right, and that's, I mean, other movies have good dialogue. Aaron Sorkin movies in particular have great dialogue as far as I'm concerned, but that's his dialogue. My dialogue is my dialogue. And yeah, if I wanted to just, pay for my alimony or buy an extra house in the Caribbean or something like that, I could do dialogue polishes. That would be very easy for me. But then I'm giving my magic away, to other people, and I'm also putting a price tag on it.
And this movie and all your other ones, I can't imagine there's much convincing when you approach actors. I always think actors say, especially in these scenarios, they say, oh, well, I read the script and I liked it. I can imagine people saying yes to you without having read the script. Does that ever happen, or do they actually still ask you?
Well, somebody might be very interested. I wouldn't want anyone to say yes without reading the script. If somebody said yes without reading the script, I'm like, well, look at, not so fast.
Hold your horses.
Look, yeah, I want you to know what you're saying yes to. I don't want you to say yes to a reputation. I want you to say, and I mean that. That's a good question, though. I don't want you to say yes to a reputation or yes to the prestige of making one of my movies. I want you to say yes to my character. All right, it's not a mail order bride. I want you to be in love with my character. All right, and that's the only actor I would trust with my character.